This video contains spoilers for Dragon's Rising Season 3. Proceed with caution. So, Ninjago Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 1 just released a while ago, and I was gonna wait until exams were over to watch it, but I binged it all on the day it came out. You can't resist some new Ninjago content, you just can't. Especially after the content drought which started in July. But at least there won't be any leaks for Season 3 Part 2. I can't be bothered. But today I'll be discussing my thoughts on Part 1. By the way, my opinions may change with the release of Part 2, legally. I'm planning on reviewing the season as a whole when Part 2 drops, so if my opinions change, it's the way of life, innit? Alright, I don't know what that was. So, it's solid. Part 1 of Season 2 is definitely better, but this was still an amazing watch. And shout out to the best Dragon's Rising episode title, The Ultimate Object of Admiration. I know. Also, Aaron failing to pilot the jet was pretty funny. But firstly, I want to talk about the plot as a whole, because for me it just felt a bit unfocused. There were 3 different plot lines: find Jay, find Aaron, the Forbidden 5. Also, I'm aware that a lot of Ninjago seasons have this problem, but a lot of the time I struggle to follow along with what's going on. Like, each episode features small bits of each plot line, and I'll be honest, I just want dedicated episodes to each plot line. When it keeps cutting from plot to plot to plot, I just find that it ruins the flow and distracts me from the story I was just watching. Ninjago as a whole show has suffered from this for years, but with Dragon's Rising introducing so many new characters and things almost every 10 episodes, it feels so unorganized, like it doesn't know what to focus on. And with the addition of Pixel in this part, it just feels so scattered. Speaking of Pixel, yeah, she's returned. I don't really care. I like Pixel in Ninjago, but the Wild Brain era really just made her the ninja's mechanic. She rarely had any interesting things to her, and I feel like Dragon's Rising will do the same. Just keep her as the ninja's vehicle builder. So she couldn't have returned, and I wouldn't have cared. To be completely honest, I forgot about her. And her return was so random, man. She just came out of nowhere. And this season has so many fake deaths already. Roby nearly died, except he was never gonna die because it's Ninjago and it's for stupid 5-year-old. But this storyline went on for way too long, it feels like filler. I would rather have seen more of the Forbidden 5 actually killing people or something, or flashbacks, or more on Thunderfang. Just anything rather than this. It was so boring, man. I knew he won't get killed, so I didn't care at all. And of course, product placement. And while we are on the topic of fake deaths, Aaron's parents and Zane. Let's start with Aaron's parents. So Aaron found their gravestones on some random island. But how do we know that these are his parents? The only clarities we have is Aaron crying, which to be fair is a pretty big clue, and their names in Ninjagon. I'm sorry, but I'm not fluent in Ninjagon. And like, Ninjago would never have Aaron's main motivation of the show just gone, innit? Rip to the people who believed they were actually dead. Then we got Zane's death. They even played that Season 3 soundtrack.
I was not sure.
Oh, piss off. I'm beginning to think the writers just do this for the memes. But yeah, long story, Zane turns big. He doesn't actually die, like we knew already. Also, wasn't this season meant to develop Zane's character and fix the state he's currently in? I mean, the box design features Zane with a gold dragon, but I mean, the only thing he had was Pixel and got really big. He's still the same as he was in Season 1, Season 2. Bland. And fair play if they do something about this in Part 2, but I don't really have that much hope. Speaking of bland characters, Cole. Yeah, I saw him in the first episode. Then this guy just disappeared for eight episodes to then appear in the finale. Cole is another character that needs fixing, because right now in Dragon's Rising, what is he doing? He left in the first episode to go to the Land of Lost Things to search for Aaron, then returned to the battle and tried to hug Jay. I'm fine with his friends like Gio and Bonzin and stuff, I just wish he did something meaningful. I get that there are way too many characters to juggle into the storyline, but Cole's been there since the start, so it feels wrong to just sideline him, you know? Aaron in this season is done super right, in my opinion. He was made up to have turned evil and hates the ninja, but in reality he still views them as his friends and never tries to harm them. He just thinks Raz can help him find his parents. He never changed his character arc, but he has different motivations now, kind of. He always wanted to find his parents, but he never really did a lot to find them. But now it's his sole purpose. Oh yeah, Morrow returns, by the way, and his design in the show genuinely looks, I don't know, man. It's not for me. It just looks like they've rendered this on a terrible version of Blender. But the problem I have with this, but he didn't do anything. Like, this return did nothing for his character, didn't tarnish it, didn't improve it. They could have replaced Morrow with any other ghost and it wouldn't have changed anything. So it's just a little thing for the OGs to be like, oh look, Morrow's back, yeah! I know it looks like I hate this season, but let me talk about one thing that I love. Sora's backstory in Season 8. It expands on what we got in Season 1 and shows how Sora met Aaron and the struggle she was facing after basically being disowned by her parents. One thing I found kinda odd is when she ran away from Aaron after this moment. I get that a lot of people in her life just didn't like her, but Aaron really didn't say anything that angry. Yeah, it's fine. Aaron and Sora's re-friendship is done pretty good. Aaron says sorry for taking it too much to the heart, but I mean, if I was Aaron, I would be mad too. I just wish he didn't lay all of the blame on himself, and Sora actually apologized properly. And the end really confused me. When Sora left Aaron and Ross, it just felt so random. I feel like it would have been better if she had hinted at it before. Maybe when they met with Aaron and Ross. Also, does Sora even know about Ross's plan to reverse the merge? She's in the dark with the whole plan, so I wonder how they'll deal with that in Part 2. Oh yeah, the Forbidden Five are boring. Their only motivation is to free Thunderfangs. Also, they don't really have individual personalities and stuff. They're just here for the ninja to fight. They were hyped up so much, and what did they do? I have a feeling this isn't the end for them, because if it is, they'll be one of the worst Ninjago villains ever. They definitely will be in Part 2, and I hope they actually do something. Well, Thunderfang. His backstory is actually really good. After his victory in the war in the First Realm, he sought to become a Source Dragon, but was rejected and imprisoned underground in chains due to his bitterness and anger. His motive is to take revenge on the Source Dragons and rue the day they rejected him. So that's good, but then his soul gets sent to the Spectral Land, and it tells us that his story is not over. Oh, and he swallows Morrow. I don't care. And the last thing I want to talk about is Jay, or Rogue J, I don't know. His story in this part is he's a bounty hunter and was later revealed to have this haircut. Wow, incredible. So he was taken to the monastery and called Cole a...
Memories, bub, just none of...
I actually like this. It's the kind of thing Jay would say, so he still has some of his personality. And in this scene,
it's weird. And another thing. Ow, 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 ow. Get me to.
Then he reveals the most shocking news ever. Aaron's parents aren't dead. Wow, that's so surprising. Who could have guessed it? No, who could have actually guessed it? So, overall, I'll rate this part of Season 3 a 7 out of 10. The Forbidden Five are really a disappointment. But yeah, who knows what Part 2 will be about whenever that releases. Knowing LEGO, I won't be surprised if the finale gets leaked in a week. Ooh, that rhymes. But yeah, that concludes my thoughts. Like I said, when Part 2 releases, I'll make a review of the whole season. But yeah, like and subscribe for more Ninjago commentary if you'd like me talking for prolonged periods of time until my voice hurts.